easy to remember because if you go in the Indian subcontinent, everything's Stan, isn't it? It's like Hindustan, Rajasthan, and then also in Pakistan. So the whole area is Stan, which just basically means place, location. Okay, so you remember Swadhyaya? Yeah, so self study from your the Ashtanga limbs. So if you put the two together, Swadhisthana means the seat of the self. So, I mean, and one of the sort of great ironies of contemporary Hatha Yoga is if you haven't established yourself in the seat of the self, then any amount of handstands in the world are not going to fix your problems. If you are battling with a complete denial of the seat of the self, okay, and it's historically it's not that it is our fault or our own misunderstanding. It's just an inherited consequence of this point in history, okay, that we are disconnected from the seat of the self. So
culturally, this area is considered evil.
And then if you look at Western anatomy, do you know what this bone means? So this bone is called the pubis, right? Do you know what the translation of pubis is in Latin? What does it actually mean? Yeah, so it's the bone. It actually translates as the bone of shame. And there's a few examples about the language for our pelvic area. Okay, so one of the messages from this short little bit of information is what exactly is Yoni Shakti, right? So and what does that mean? So often in the Western understanding of female anatomy, everything is kind of compartmentalized. So, rarely do we use a word which actually gives us the meaning of the whole of our feminine anatomy. Okay, so maybe we'll talk about wombs, or we'll talk about vaginas, or we'll talk about segments of our feminine anatomy. But Sanskrit is really beautiful because Yoni Sthana is the bigger picture. So Yoni Sthana is the whole thing, the whole of the seat of the self. So it's comprehensive. Okay? There actually is a word in English which has the equivalent meaning. And apparently Uma spent a long time debating whether she was going to publish her book. Cunt power. She probably had a lot of meetings with a lot of executives who basically said she couldn't do that. Because in the English language, what has happened with the word cunt is it has been obscured into basically becoming like the greatest possible insult you could give to a human being. And actually, it's the best. It's like from the etymology point of view, it's the best description of our feminine anatomy. Like it's not compartmentalizing anything, and it has its like linguistic etymology roots in a very ancient period of time. So unfortunately, the words that we have, which have been taken away from us and replaced with things like pubis and heavily politicized words. So in Sanskrit, we kind of rescued in a way, because Sanskrit has a word which is powerful, descriptive, and all-encompassing. It's not compartmentalized. It's not anatomical. It's it has layers of meaning within it. So that's Yoni Sthana, and Yoni Shakti is, I guess she played it safe, right? in the end, she played it safe and went with Yoni Shakti, probably for the best. So that's that. Okay, so what we want to do today is we want to start experiencing being in the seat of the self. So we're going to do that in a few different ways. So firstly, we're going to do some womb yoga practices to experience what it's like to physically connect to the seat of the self. Then we're going to have a womb yoga and a womb meditation experience. So this is lying down, so if you fall asleep, it's okay. But we're going to journey deep into our Yoni Sthana. And at that point, we're also going to activate our Matangi and our creativity. And we're going to do a visual representation of what we see. Okay? And we're not asking you to be somewhere you're not. Okay? So now we're opening the space. Okay? And when we open this space, we're also opening our personal history. And not only, I think a lot of people really can identify with their own personal history because you're living it, you've lived it, and you've gone through all those years of living it. But you're also opening your lineage history. So you're opening to the mothers, to the grandmothers, to the great grandmothers, all those who came before them, and all of their energy. So some of our inherited dispositions, it's much more than just what we've experienced in our lifetime. It's the accumulation of centuries and millenniums of oppression, suppression, distortion, shame, and everything that goes with it. And this is quite profound and powerful, and therefore this work is quite profound and powerful, which is understood, I think. So, that being said, that's enough of me talking. So
Yoni Shakti would be the power of the feminine, the Yoni Shakti.
Yeah.
Power, right?
Yeah, so if you want to give it a two-word translation, it would be cunt power.
Cunt power, I like that. Like,
If you want to keep it, with a literal translation, that's actually what it means. So,
okay.
yeah. So that. Okay. So at this point in time, let's come to a comfortable seated position. Okay. Nice. They always say, this kind of position is good for digestion. So you can sit like this if you want this. A nice bolster. A mega bolster. So sit however you're comfortable. Okay.
What are you doing?
Put your Yoni on the
Okay. So first of all,
Three knees.
I have to say, when I was pregnant for the first time, I got a little surprised that my ultrasound was not going to be here. So that's actually your colon. That's your colon behind here. So your womb is here.
Yeah.
So I did have a bit of trouble with that at first. So
Same.
sometimes I have noticed women who in these kind of when they connect to their womb, they're pretty much in the digestive system. So don't be in the digestive system, because that's not the seat of the self. This is Manipura chakra. So that's another thing entirely. Okay. So find the womb. So if your fingers are near to your pubis, you're in the right place. And just close your eyes now. And let's, for this moment, just know it's simply enough just to be here. And sit tall so energy can run freely. And tune into the breath, the life force herself, Shakti as breath, running through you. The rivers of breath, the ebb and flow of the breath. And then allow that breath to soften your physical body and take your jaw and your shoulders on a journey of relaxation as we step out of the cities into this space. Start to feel the sensations of the hands on your heart and the hands on Yoni Sthana, the seat of the self. And knowing it's just enough just to be here right now, without looking, just simply being in a state of where you are, arriving into these spaces, these sacred spaces of heart and womb. And notice the heat of your hands as the heat flows deep into the heart and deep into the womb. And let this simple gesture be an act of self-seating, as if this was your primary asana, seated truly in the self. And then as you breathe, feel the rise and the fall of the chest, and the rise and fall of the pelvic floor. Notice the inhale and the movement of the diaphragm. Notice the diaphragm mirroring your pelvic floor on a muscular level, connecting to this space, the Swadhisthana. Observe the sensation of the heat in the hands as she feels the heart and the womb space, and the breath flows through you and into you. And then notice the feedback between these two places. As you inhale, breathe into the heart center, and as you exhale, allowing that space to drop down into the seat of the self, into the womb, as if you were breathing deep down into your source. Breathing into the heart, feeling, opening, rising, and exhale, sending the breath down into the source. Inhale the heart center, exhale into the source. Just take 5 breaths like that in silence, the sounds of nature. relaxing the breath. And then slowly start to release suggestion and open the eyes. And let's add movement into this observation and this awareness and this connection. So we're going to start at the heart center in Anjali Mudra, the Mudra of offering. So you can imagine you're holding your delicate flower petals in your heart center. So the palms, they look a little bit open, a bit of a space, a transformation within. And then as you exhale, you come to Yoni Mudra, so as if your hands were Kali herself, and then you bring her down to Swadhisthana, and then you draw her up to the center. So it's a very simple action. Your choice, you can connect with your physical body, or you can just connect with the energetic space, whichever feels appropriate and comfortable for you. It's as if you're feeding the source with love. So you're connecting to the source and you're sending her back down. Bringing her back to the heart. And now choose maybe to close the eyes and just carry on this movement and just getting into your flow. Feeling every sensation. In the movement here. So on the next breath, we're going to bring our Yoni Mudra up, draw her up, and then we're going to bring her all the way down through our central axis, through every chakra, back down to the heart. And then again, we come to Yoni Mudras if you're feeding energy down. And then connect to the earth, so if you can touch the earth below you, find inhale, coming up, connecting to the sky, to the air, to the wind, and then draw this energy back down. And then flow with this movement, connecting down to Mother Earth, finding the energy of the Mother. Coming to Father Sky, moving through you, coming to the heart, down back to the earth. Just allow the movement to flow. And maybe now you choose to close the eyes and feel her, feel the breath. Feel the air, feel the vibration. Feeding the source with love.